So we'll create another stored procedure that would be for third scenario. So I go to SQL Server Explorer, expand the connection of database, stored procedures, right click, add new stored procedure. Then here I say create procedure. Procedure name is get EMPS, and this time it is without parameters. Begin, and we write a query. Select count star from EMP. This will return me number of rows available in a table, and I write one more query: EMP ID, EMP name, EMP salary from EMP. End. This is one more stored procedure. So one will return number of employees, one value it will return, and another query will return whatever the number of employees we have in your EMP table. List of employees will get by second query, and number will get with the first query. Click on update. Update database. Successful. Close this. Now we have to place a button. Place a button. Right click, properties. Text. Execute get EMPS procedure. Name BTN get EMPS procedure. Save. Double click on the button. Now we have to access. SQL connection con equals to new SQL connection helper dot connection string. SQL command cmd equal to new SQL command, and I write get EMPS, that is procedure name. Bind the command with the connection. Then cmd dot command type is equal to command type dot stored procedure. Since there are no parameters, we don't need any SQL parameter object. Then SQL data reader dr cmd dot execute reader dr dot read message box dot show number of employees are plus dr of 0 semicolon. Then after this will give you first query's execution, that is count star from EMP. That query's execution you'll get now. And after that you need one more query also we have for execution, one more query, that is to get list of employees. Now to go to next query, we use one more method now. It's called dr dot next result. This will take you to next query. Then as usual, string s equal to blank space while dr dot read s plus equal to dr of 0 plus slash t plus dr of 1 plus slash t plus dr of 2 plus slash n. Then as simple you can say message box dot show s to get this value, and then after close the connection. If you want, you can even close data reader also. That's up to you now. Dr dot close also we can write. But two queries we are going to execute, and that will be done with your stored procedure containing two select statements. Execute the code. Click on this. Number of employees are 8. List of employees. These are the scenarios of stored procedure. Now we will try one more concept, that which you call as transactions. So this is actually a lengthy topic plus logical topic we have in database in your RDBMS. That is called what? Transactions. Transactions in RDBMS. In order to deal with these transactions only, we have been introduced by a language in SQL that is called TCL. T, Transaction Control Language. TCL. And in this TCL language, we have all that stuff. Commit, rollback, save tran. These are the things that are available. Okay. Now, let me give you one small example so that you can understand the meaning of transaction. Then we can directly switch over to program. Okay. What we study about transaction is, for example, imagine a case that I want to transfer. This is one basic example to make you understand what is transaction. So taking an example of bank, we are trying to understand that. So now for example, the point is I want to send some amount from one bank to another bank, or say within the bank, doesn't matter. Say for example, myself and Srinivas, we both have account in a bank called ICICI. We both are account holders of that bank, ICICI. Okay. Now, what is my point is that I want to send some amount to Srinivas. So, in order to send, say, for example, my balance is, for example, say 14,000, my account balance. And Srinivas account balance, say, for example, it is some 20,000. Now, what I'm trying to do from my account, I'm trying to send 5,000 to Srinivas account. So what will happen in my account? The amount will be reduced in my account. Okay, and because I'm sending how much? 5,000 from my account to Srinivas account. So how much is my account? And now what will happen to my account? 5,000 will be decreased. Same 5,000 will be added to Srinivas account. So for Srinivas, that amount is added. So obviously, so to do this process, I have to write update command for my account number. I have to write update command for Srinivas account number. For my update, I should have balance equal to balance minus amount. And for Srinivas account, I should write balance equal to balance plus amount. That is your update statement. So now point is, situation is this now. Say for example, I have sent the amount, and from my balance amount is deducted, and now Srinivas says that he did not receive the, what do you call, amount. This is one of the most happening issues in banking domain. banking sector. Most happening. You go to ATM, stand in a queue, withdraw the amount is deducted from your account, but you don't get the amount from the ATM. Same situation. And I have sent the amount, but Srinivas has not received. So on my side, it's already amount is gone, but Srinivas side amount has not been received. So obviously, the next day I have to approach bank. I have to explain them the situation. I have to explain them the thing what I have done. Then definitely bank will think of it and bank will send. Bank will uh, return. But what bank will do? Bank will roll back the transaction. Bank will roll back. When bank roll back, what will happen? My amount will be returning back to my account. Imagine if successful, if transaction was successful, like I have sent the amount, Srinivas has received the amount. My account got debited, Srinivas account got credited. Now both are successful. Now bank will go for commit. Commit if successful. Rollback if unsuccessful. So what you're doing now, here you're executing multiple commands. Exactly same sort of process we will try to do on a concept of transaction. How would you do this? So we have to do multiple operations, multiple commands. Then we have to do how the process will actually go. Right. Place one button. Place a button. Right click. Properties. Then I should give text. Transaction demo. Name. BTN transaction demo. Double click on the button. Now, what do you want to do? You want to have multiple commands. Multiple commands. Example, just now we took one update on my account, deducting, one update on Srinivas account for incrementing. Obviously, so it's like multiple group of SQL statements. We are going to execute them as one unit. Group of SQL statements we are going to execute as a one unit. Now, as usual, SQL connection con equal to new SQL connection helper dot connection string. Second, SQL command cmd1 new SQL command. And I try to do what I try to do, because now I don't have exact scenario, so I'll just do some operations. Okay, here I insert where department values 50 HR bind the command with the connection. So one command over. Second command SQL command cmd2 equal to new SQL command update emp set emp salary equal to emp salary plus 100, bind the command with the connection. So two commands. One is for insert, one is for update. One is for update, and both of them are going to work on two different tables. Now you open the connection. You should first write SQL transaction TRANS equal to con dot begin transaction. This is the start point of transaction, begin transaction. Now connect this transaction to two commands. cmd1 dot transaction equal to trans. cmd2 dot transaction equal to trans. Two transactions. Open try block. Then cmd1 dot execute non-query. cmd2 dot execute non-query. Then you can say trans dot commit if successful, if both of them are successful. Otherwise, you can go to catch block and you can write SQL exception EX. And I should write trans dot commit. If any one has error, then roll back. Where is the error? That also we will get. Message box dot show ex dot message. Con dot truth. So you have to open both the tables now to see that we have been made this operation successful. Right? Check them. Open both tables first. Tables, department, right click, show table data. Again, right click, show table data. Yes, EMP has some 7 or 8 rows and the department has 4 rows. Now if I run my program, I'll have 5 rows in department and one additional row will be there in EMP table. Go for it. Execute the code. Click on transaction demo. Successful. Check your tables now. Go to department, refresh. 50 added here. Go to EMP table. All incremented by 100. Here. All salaries. 4100, 6100, 7100, 8100, 9100. Updation and insertion. Two things. Achha, now do one thing. Now I'll show you when rollback will work. When rollback will work. So do one thing. Wantedly you commit mistake here. And here I'll try to insert new record. 60. Secondabad. Right. Now this is new department. And here I did a mistake. Actually, I'm supposed to write EMP salary plus 100. But instead of that, I did a mistake of giving what equal. So anyways, you're syntactically wrong. So it means this is successful. One successful. One is failure. Rule for transaction. Both should be successful to commit. You cannot have one successful, one failure. You cannot. So one successful, one failure, as simple transaction is rolled back. Means the one which is successful, that also, the one which is successful, that also will get what? Cancel. Chalo, run the code. Error is in second command. Incorrect syntax. Incorrect syntax. Now, if you open a table, department will not have any extra data. No, you'll have same 5 records on 5 only. But actually, it got inserted first. After insertion, failure happened at this one. So what happened? Because of that invalid operation happened at update statement, the insert operation which was successful has also become failed. Has also become failed. That is how transactions are going to work for your what? C sharp. Okay. And this, whatever the example I give, this is for single database. Single data. Now we will try how to do same process, same thing, but for multiple databases. Multiple databases. So one sample is there. The other I would like to go for another database. How to do this? And remember, whatever we are going to learn now, this is earlier example was within the bank. Srinivas and me both have got accounts in the same bank. Now situation is different. I have my account in ICICI. Srinivas has his account in HDFC. Now we are exchanging data across banks. Okay. How to do this on multiple databases? What is this called? This concept which we are trying to do now on multiple databases, it is called transaction scope. SCOPE, transaction scope. That part we are trying to do now. How to do this? So go to toolbox, place a button. Now go to properties, and here I should give text. Trans demo ado.net 2.0. So this is the feature. This is the feature which is added in ado.net 2.0. And bottom I'll use here btn trans. Save. Trans true, no? Okay. Now first you need two connections. SQL connection, con equals to new SQL connection, helper dot connection string. First connection. Second connection, manually I'll create. I can't use this. I'll have something else. So I'll use data source equal to devdb. Data source equal to dot local server. Then initial catalog equal to devdb. bind the command with the connection. No, here not, we should not bind. It's only connection string will have. Okay. Now this is connection 2, second connection. Now you need two command objects. SQL command cmd1 new SQL command, and I'll write update emp set emp salary equal to, and here I bind with the connection 1. Second also I'll update. SQL command cmd2 equals to new SQL command. Again I'll write here insert. I'll do insert department values 50 HR and HYD close. Okay, three values I stored. Bind the connection with CON2. One updation through connection 1. One updation, insertion. But it is in another database now, multiple database. Now what to do is, we write using transaction scope. Yeah. Why did I write using here in the program? Usually we write using on the top for writing namespaces. Why did you write using clause in the program? Can anyone answer for this? Anyone. Use chat panel and reply answer. What is the purpose of writing using clause in the program? Yeah. Anyone can answer. Anand, what is the purpose of writing using in program? Romana, Raghav, Srinivas. No. Okay, anyway. So using transaction scope, it's already giving error. TS equal to new transaction scope constructor, open the block. But it's not identifying. What is transaction scope? It is not identifying. Go on top. You should add one namespace. Then only it will work. Here you should add that. What is that you have to add? Using system dot transaction. Even you don't find here. IntelliSense window doesn't show you even with this namespace, which is actually I am supposed to write as transaction, but it's not working. So now to get this namespace work, you should add one DLL. Right click on the project, then add, then reference. Then you should go with system dot system dot somewhere it will be check one transactions here. System dot transaction. Okay. Yes, added. Now can I write that namespace here? Obviously. System dot transaction. Yes, it works. Come down. That error will go now. Yes, error is gone. Now you have to open the connection. Con1 dot open connection2 dot open cmd1 dot execute non-query cmd2 dot execute non-query ts dot complete, then connection 1 dot close, connection 2 dot close. But everything we have specified. ts dot complete is enough. This will make your transaction commit because it is happening. Two operations are happening on two different databases. Two different databases. For that reason, you need that. You need. If you don't write that ts dot complete, automatically transactions get rolled back. So compulsory, you have to write ts dot. Here rollback, here commit rollback doesn't work. Commit rollback will work only if your transaction is being done on a single database. If you're doing a transaction happening at multiple databases, then rollback commit will not work. They work only for single. This is for multiple databases. Transaction dot complete will commit your transactions on two databases. If you don't write, it will roll back. So obviously you have to write this statement as compulsory, because if you don't write, it's going to roll back. So mandatory statement is ts dot complete. Okay, but if I run this program, you can find, execute the code, and you can find a message. Execute, error. Read the message. What does it say? MSDTC on server, my machine name it is unavailable. MSDTC on server, so and so machine name is unavailable. Remember this point. Remember, whenever you perform a transaction on multiple databases, transaction scope class in background, transaction scope class in background will take support of two-phase commit algorithm. What it will do? Indirectly CLR is making use of, or you can say transaction scope is making use of which algorithm? Two-phase commit algorithm. With the help of what it will do? With the help of here, this point, MSDTC, Microsoft Distributed Transaction Coordinator. So that is unavailable now. Only if you enable it, it will allow you to do the process. How? Let's see then. First, I'll show you where is MSDTC. Go to Open Services application. Open Services application. In that services application, you can see Distributed Transaction Coordinator. That particular option is disabled for us. Check where it is one. DTC. D you press. Somewhere it should be here. Yeah, here. Distributed Transaction Coordinator. And here it says coordinates transactions that span multiple resource managers such as databases. If the service is stopped, these transactions will fail. That is what happened for us. Enable. Right click, start. Yes, it is on. It is running. Now go back. Go back and now run the code. Now DTC is working for you. Definitely transaction will happen. Another approach also we have to enable. Instead of going to services, this also we do, but that is more easy. What I have shown you through services. This is lengthy and lots of things to do on your process like administrative tools. Then I have to go to component services. Then again I have to go to, yeah, again here component services, expand this computers, expand my computer. Then you can say right click, you can go to properties, and here it is MSDTC, Microsoft Distributed Transaction Coordinator. MSDTC. Here simply you have to go to the tab, uncheck and check, DTC gets enabled. This is another approach I'm saying. That would be more easy. That would be most preferred process. Two techniques to enable MSDT. Let's go for it. Execute the code. Debug. Start without debug. Earlier we were getting error. Now it's fine. Perfectly it works. Execute. Successful. Now I should have all my salaries that should be doubled now. Go to EMP table. Refresh. Yes, 1200, 2200, 100 got incremented. And one here, not here, not here. We didn't do operation on this table. We inserted data in another database, a different database. You have to go to the database and check whether that row is inserted in it or not. This is how you make your transaction work on multiple databases. That's it. And we have two other types of transactions also. That architectures I'll share with you. You can go through it because if you usually this is not asked for freshers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus years of experience also companies will not focus on it. If you're going with some big experience, then they may expect this topic for transactions. It's called synchronous and asynchronous transaction. There is different story we have. So architecture wise, you go through. I'll just share that architectures with you. Programming point of view and all not required. No, we don't need. They won't ask for them. At least be thorough with these two examples of transactions. Single database, how do you perform? Multiple databases, how do you perform? It's more than enough. That's it. This concludes your managed provider.